Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday at 7 a.m. And, of course, I have my sidekick here, Andrew.
Don't forget about us on Sundays at 3 p.m. as well.
At 3 p.m., that is correct. And for those of you that don't have cable at your house that reaches our particular programming, the internet, most people today either have a cell phone that operates off the internet or they have computers.
An iPad, a computer, a PC.
So they've got something in the house or within that can reach our program. We try to make it available to everybody in the world.
Or if you got the aerial, you can tune into 22.1 or 50.2 on your digital antenna.
There was a young man last night at the chapel. I don't want to jump ahead, but he mentioned that
Watches it on the antenna.
When he comes down here, he lives elsewhere, but he follows he follows Kenny Roberts is what he follows. And he was telling me that when he comes to Opelousas, he makes sure that he watches the Bobby Dupre. He was sitting across me. He said, I know you. I said, I don't recognize you. I said, I'm sorry, young man. I said, I'm pretty good at recognizing people. Well, he says, I come through here and I catch it on rabbit ears, he said. Oh, I said, okay, I'm the Bobby Dupre Show. He said, that's who you are.
Last week, my brother said he was at Walmart. He said 2 people stopped him to tell him how good a job he did on the show this week. So I had to laugh that, you know, he may not look exactly alike, but they hear that voice, and boy, they recognize the voice from the TV show.
That is correct. And y'all you make us feel good when you recognize us someplace and come by and say hello and let us take a picture.
Sure.
And let us get your name and everything. Every now and then somebody says, no, I don't want, but it's hardly ever, very seldom.
How about this? We got coming up 2 weeks from yesterday, 2 weeks from last Wednesday, it would be December the 4th on Wednesday at the Indian Hills Country Club from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. Breakfast with Santa to help the Opelousas Area Cerebral Palsy Clinic. Now, I want to tell everybody again, our breakfast tickets are $25 a ticket. That $25 don't buy the eggs, it don't buy the grits, it don't buy anything, the coffee, the champagne mimosas, none of that stuff.
Everything is free.
Everything is free. The chefs provide, the Indian Hills Country Club provides, and for the therapy side, at the clinic itself, it doesn't pay the electricity bill, it doesn't pay the insurance bill, it doesn't pay nothing. It's 100% for the therapy, 100%. So when you give a $25 donation, we've negotiated with the therapist to get a rate down to $25 per half hour of therapy for the kids. So your money goes direct to therapy for a child. So this is got to be the only charity, I ain't gonna say it's the only charity in the world that does this, but I can tell you, I ain't ran into another one that does. You give the money, the child gets the help direct with no middleman, no overhead expense, no salaries, no nothing, direct. So P.O. Box 70, Opelousas, Louisiana, 70571. Most of you should have received invitations in the mail who have been on our mailing list. If you're not on our list, you call me, 351-0732.
And I just want to put in a little plug.
Go ahead.
I guess they wonder what's the results. The results are we receive between 40 and 40. This will be our 10th annual breakfast. And we average out between $40,000 and $45,000 a year, because we get a lot of people that send $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000.
We take those. We take those well.
We really do. We really do. But your $25, we need a lot of those too, and we get a lot of those. But fortunately, and that's just to let you know that what encourages us is the total dollars received to help treat those kids, so many kids. And there are more kids in the area that need this service. So if you know of a child, maybe the parents are a little reluctant to bring the child. Encourage, if it's a family member or just a friend or maybe a neighbor across the street, neighbor next door.
It is a free clinic. When you bring the child, it's free.
Everything is free.
Right.
And they're going to look at the child, they're going to study the child, and they're going to give you some ideas of the progress that they feel they can make. With God's help, they can do it.
And I'm going to name people involved. Troy Young with Indian Hills Country Club. We had Annette Briscoe and Patsy Fry with Billy's Boudin with us. Lynn Morrow, the director of Cerebral Palsy Clinic. Joey Quibido with Piggly Wiggly. Ernest Prejean with Prejean's Restaurant. Mitch Olivier of Mitch's Crawfish Corner. Beth Swallow of Swallow's Dinner Club. Ray Bello of Ray's Catering. Chef Jason Hugay of Steamboat Warehouse. Miss Gwen Frugier with GFWC Unique Club. Kevin Doucette of Piggly Wiggly. Travis Reshort with Community Coffee. Everybody comes together. Underpont Printing helps donate all the paper and help cut the tickets and do all that. We have a huge ground support of people, and people like yourselves that give us the $25 and give us the $5,000. We've got businesses that support us. We got celebrity chefs, and we motivate people. We help motivate people. We got Bo's Garage got motivated when they heard about the good work we've done, had a chili cook-off that generated $5,000 is what we're understanding, to help the Opposite Cerebral Palsy Clinic. This past weekend, the KCs over at St. Landry Catholic Church, Ken Thibodeau, the leader, Charlie Roy, the Grand Knight, they generated, I think, about $1,200 in a Tootsie Roll campaign. All these different people coming forward, generating money, helping out the Cerebral Palsy Clinic. We need your help. Send me a check with your address. I'll mail you some tickets.
Yep.
That's easy.
Sponsors.
Oh, I got sponsors too. We do that over here. Carl's Thrifty Way. Go by Carl's over here on 182, better known as South Union. If you go by, you get all your medicinal needs done, prescription drugs filled, generic or name brand, whichever way you want to go. They will compound multiple prescriptions together to make it easier for you to take. Over-the-counter medications. They've got home decorating ideas. It's the holidays. You're decorating. Let me tell you, they'll go to your house, figure out you got one of them big old fireplaces like Santa Claus got.
Yep.
Take a big fireplace for Santa Claus to pass.
And they make a beautiful
They make
one.
a big wreath, do all the decorations for you. They'll do all that for you. Nice and neat. Gift ideas. They do
Mine is still on
Way.
since last year. No, that's bad.
Well, but it's pretty still.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
And how about one other sponsor? Let's go with, you want to hit LHC Group right now? We can, and then we can go talk about some other stuff too with them. But LHC Group, all your home health care needs, can help you with the nurses, the therapists. They can help you with the special equipment from the special beds, special lift chairs, oxygen. They can bring in hospice care, palliative care, health and wellness center right there on Heather Drive, where they just fixed the bridge so you can get easy on, easy out. Offices there. They've got any kind of exercise you want to do.
They've moved some more offices to Opelousas. And brand new building.
Some of the retired directors who are still active doing some work there. Harold Taylor, I think, his office is there.
Yeah.
So you can go by, see Brandy Fontenot that's there, Brandy Burley Fontenot. But you and I went to Lafayette to the big award ceremony, which is part of the Community Foundation of Acadiana.
That's correct.
And they recognized the philanthropists. And of course, you won the very first year for St. Landry Parish. Your cousin, Reggie, or nephew, Reggie and Marie Dupre won it the second year. And for the third year, if you want to show the pictures here, Steve, Keith Mars, and, oh, there we go. He says he's not getting me. Okay, when did I go off? Just now? Are you seeing me? Am I there? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have to come back to it, I guess, is what we're going to do, because we're not getting it right now. Ain't that odd? How about this one more time? Bing, bang, bang. You get me now? No,
nope.
Yes?
Okay, well, we'll come back there after the break.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs. And how about one more sponsor while we're at it? Dixie Storage, all your storage needs, personal and commercial. Dixie Storage can help you with locations throughout St. Landry Parish. They've got locations in Washington, Port Barre, and Opelousas. They've got certified scales in Port Barre. They've got railroad spur access in Port Barre. They can do inventory control for you.
And have the trucking.
They also can help truck your items between warehouses, finish delivering items for you. If you're a trucker, you just drop the trailer to them. They'll finish delivering it to the Walmart, to the AutoZone, whatever the big distribution center is around here. They'll take care of all that for you. They've also got A-Plus Glass, their sister company with locations in Lafayette, and here in Opelousas they can do personal and commercial glass as well. And don't forget about the event center in Port Barre for receptions, family reunions, and graduation get-togethers.
What about the congressional race that took place last Saturday? Big surprise.
Mr. McAllister, he ducked them. He got the duck commanders to come out.
I think I sent you a, what, quack, quack?
Oh, quack, quack is what I got. You asked me what I was hearing, and I kept checking the numbers, and I was like, well, he was so far ahead. I said, well, it's early, it's hard to, but
Never slowed up.
It got bigger. It got bigger. He was ahead 52% when I first checked, and it went up to 58, 59, almost 60% by the time he
They
finished.
rounded it off to 60. It's a half of it, but you round off on things like that.
You know, he got the Duck Commanders to back him. He got our friend Clyde Holloway to back him.
The mayor in Monroe now, a Democrat.
Correct. I'm going to see it how it is. Mr. Reiser ran, and it was almost like it was a handoff between Mr. Alexander to Mr. Reiser. And people resent that.
And the person who brought that out in a big way was Clyde Holloway.
Correct.
So Clyde, while he
shined the light on it.
I guess he got his point across.
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to hand these elections over that way.
And it didn't happen that way.
And it didn't happen that way.
The people still got to vote.
And anyhow, I have not met this gentleman.
39 years old.
Yeah,
young
kid,
man,
yeah.
all field business.
Multi-millionaire. He paid almost solely paid his election campaign expenses. He put up $800,000 on his last report, and that's 3 days before. Now you know he probably put another $250,000 in the last couple of days. So
he's going to go to Washington D.C. for the first time.
Yeah,
hope he has enough money left over he can go.
He can go.
But I mean, that's the thing is in the end the voters have to decide, and you can't just do this on the inside deal. You got to let the voters look and decide. And if you try to make this thing under the table, it's not going to work. I mean,
what they call that? A la cachette?
A la cachette.
Way. I'm not going there.
I went there.
What I hope is that we have a good young man, 39 years old, if I remember the reading his age, right. And I hope that he goes there and he works for the people. We have too much of Democrats just voting for Democrats, Republicans just voting for Republicans. Then you've got a third party that has an influence in the Republican Party, the Tea Party, and they each working for themselves and nothing else. And that's not what got us this far. I almost feel like reading my closing prayer, but I'll wait and I'll read it later. We still not connected. Well, that's okay. We don't have time to get into that picture anyhow. The horse farm. The horse farm is really working its way along. They're trying to get a survey completed. They're going into the second round of workshops for the parkway for the park is underway, and it's about 100 acres that the community is having an input, and architects that specialize in designing these parks have been hired to coordinate all of this work, and should end up with a beautiful, beautiful place that's going to have a lot of different usages. A lot of it is going to be for family, walking, riding of a bicycle,
events,
and some events out there. It's going to be multi-use, and I'm looking forward to it. It took a long time. This is
what a great location in the center of town, where everything's surrounding you.
Yeah.
You know, you got Reds right there, not very far away. You got all our friends. You got the Twins brothers with the hamburger stand. You got all kind of regular businesses, old businesses of Lafayette for years and years that are all going to better feed off of the people going to the events and coming from the events. You know?
John worked at the
horse farm.
At the horse farm.
Jack Artigo lived on the horse farm at one time, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly
with
so.
his family when he was first married.
Possibly
Miss
so.
Julie and the crew.
And I think Vicky worked there.
Oh, really?
When she went to UL for a few courses.
We're going to take a 1-minute break. We got the photos working while all that was going on, and we're going to show photos when we come back from 1 minute.